you, Marv. We've got a good one going here at Louisville, Kentucky. One of the great arenas in basketball. Freedom Hall is sold out as Virginia Tech, down by 10 late in the first half, has rallied back and is now tied favorite to Louisville 54 all. And Virginia Tech goes for the lead as a sophomore sharpshooter, Del Curry, can't hit, but Keith Colbert taps in the follow-up, and Virginia Tech has come back to lead.
Virginia Tech has led in every game this year at half except today, but they were only 43% shooting from the floor, and yet they were only down 2. They always come in here to play tough.
The Louisville Cardinals, under the former John Wooden assistant Denny Crum, who's been the head man here now for 13 years, and there's Denny, have won 89% of their games in this building. But Virginia Tech, the last team in the Metro Conference to beat Louisville in Kentucky. And Virginia Tech, down time and again in this game, keeps rallying back. It's been a racehorse game, flat-out basketball. Down low, the ball goes as Virginia Tech on defense can't stop the inside shot by Jeff Hall, but he can't get it down, and here comes Virginia Tech on the run. This spectacular sophomore, Del Curry, with 19 points, gets it low. And again, the ball is turned over. It's been a problem for both teams. They've gone flat out since the opening tip. And they continue as Milt Wagner, shooting well in the second half, loses the ball. Lead pass goes to Del Curry, and he goes up and over. He has 21 points. And Virginia Tech has a 4-point lead after trailing by 10.
How many times have we seen that today? The steal and the breakaway. Neither team has shown good defensive balance. Everybody goes to the board. Everybody runs and jumps. What a game.
And here comes Tech again. Lead pass to the sophomore Beecher. Up and down. A slam dunk from over the top. And all of a sudden, Virginia Tech has opened up a 6-point lead. Bobby Beecher with 20 points. Del Curry with 21. 2 sophomores leading Virginia Tech as their coach, Charlie Moore, welcomes them back on a timeout with 10:51 to play in the game. It has been racehorse basketball, Kentucky thoroughbreds up and down the floor.
Here's the last breakaway. Bobby Beecher, number 44, 6'9", nails it, and he's had his troubles today. There was some frustration in that one.
10:51 left to play. It is 60-54. Virginia Tech will be back right after this. Back at Freedom Hall, Don Criqui with Bucky Waters. You see the point breakdown. 2 sophomores leading Virginia Tech, 1 on the back line, Del Curry, and 1 up front. Bobby Beecher with 21 and 20 points. An unfortunate accident in the first half. Manuel Forrest having a great game for Louisville with 13 points. Dove for a loose ball, was inadvertently hit in the head by the shoulder of a Virginia Tech player, was knocked cold and was taken to a hospital, so he'll not be back today. It's been expensive for Louisville. Here's the play that happened in the first half. That stunning blow knocked out Manuel Forrest. The latest report is he's going to be all right. He's conscious. He was out cold on the floor, though, for almost 10 minutes. Now, Louisville needing points. Goes to a sophomore guard, Jeff Hall. He's got too much on it, but he gets the roll on a friendly rim in Freedom Hall.
Louisville going back to the press now. It's a soft press. They're trying to contain Virginia Tech, not speed them up.
Now Louisville can get back to within 2 as they come down. Lancaster Gordon heads to the basket, puts it up. Didn't get it down, but a foul call on Del Curry of Virginia Tech.
2 key players in foul trouble now. Al Young has 4 for Virginia Tech, and Billy Thompson, who got off to a great start early in both halves, has 4 for Louisville.
Charlie Moore and his Virginia Tech team confident of how they matched up against the favored Louisville Cardinals. Louisville on a roll right now. They've won their last 4 games. This is a team that, of course, has been to the NCAA Final Four 3 of the last 4 years.
And U.S. Reed had to put one in from midcourt in Austin, Texas to keep him from making 4 in a row.
Well, that one wasn't from midcourt, but Milt Wagner hits another long jump shot. It's a 2-point game, Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech in orange, now looking for points as they set up the offense. The crowd is almost 17,000 in the sold-out building, comes alive. Barry Young can't get it, and down with the ball, ripping it down is the 6'8" center Charles Jones. Here comes Wagner. 3 men back for Virginia Tech. Off glass, Milt Wagner's down. Another of the great players from Camden, New Jersey. Milt Wagner now ripping it up with 16 points to lead Louisville back into a tie game.
A lot of pressure on Tim Lewis, number 15, trying to play for Al Young. He looks very tentative out there, and you just can't be in this kind of game. Everything is a blink, and they're gone. You've got to be assertive.
Game clock down to 9:20 to play, and a whistle stops play underneath, and there's going to be a call against Louisville. For those of you who are watching the DePaul Alabama-Birmingham game, DePaul is making short work of UAB, leading 74-45 at the moment. That case is closed in Chicago, but right here we have a tie game at 60-60. Louisville and Virginia Tech with the ball locked up. Louisville and White had a 10-point lead late in the first half, and now Virginia Tech with its fast break game has come back to tie it. It has been a cauldron of sound here in Freedom Hall, but the Virginia Tech Hokies oblivious to the noise and the pressure, young a team as it is. Low to Perry Young. The last man to touch it was Del Curry.
Virginia Tech very impatient as an offensive team, actually showing a little more patience on that set than they had, only to get a turnover, and there have been a ton of those.
8:55 to go in the game. Milt Wagner has really kept Louisville in this one in the second half. Junior backcourt player hitting shot after shot from the outside. This is Wagner with the ball.
Sumter, number 40, the 6'9" freshman. Big test for him. They're playing Sumter and Jones at the same time. That's a lot of board power for Louisville. Makes them vulnerable against the pressure defense. They lose some quickness.
Virginia Tech is not a good rebounding team statistically, but they're an excellent at forcing turnovers and at stealing the ball. They've done that about 10 times in this game. And right now they force a Louisville turnover with the game tied at 60.
I'm not sure about this one. Curry got that ball and got it up over Milt Wagner, but a pleading look at the official right there. I believe he conned him.
Del Curry's done it all, including blow a whistle if they'll let him. Tim Lewis in the back line now goes to Perry Young. He has a great move to the basket, but they're doubling up now, shutting off the baseline. He's driven to the basket a number of times in this game, Perry Young. Curry goes outside to Lewis. Louisville anticipating the passing lanes, looking to intercept. Beecher down low, throws the ball, but it's stolen by Del Curry. Down low he goes to Perry Young. Too much on it, but it's right off the backboard to Keith Colbert, and Virginia Tech has a 2-point lead.
Charles Jones went for the steal. One of the few times he hasn't gotten it on that pass inside. Everybody moved over a notch, but it was just too little too late. Virginia Tech's quickness at moving the ball, and they finally got it on the board. There was no weak side rebounding for Louisville.
This has been a tremendous basketball game on NBC Sports. As down low, Louisville goes to Milt Wagner, and he turns over the ball.
Well, Charles Jones is playing forward now. Curry now makes the pass as Milt Wagner tries for the steal. He loses. It goes over Sumter, clear over the back, doesn't even get ironed, leaving the weak side of the board where percentage says that missed rebound's going to come. Thompson re-enters. That's got to be good news for the Louisville fans.
The sophomore forward for Louisville, who was the high school player of the year 2 years ago out of Camden, New Jersey. Now Colbert heads to the basket. He's shut off by Charles Jones. In a high post to Beecher and back out to Curry. He's the long-range bomber. Del Curry with the ball. Al Young in the back line with him.
One positive thing about Thompson's foul trouble is the pace of this game has everybody out there tired, but he is well rested. So as he comes back in with 6 minutes and 50 seconds, he should be fresh. But I'm sure that the number of minutes he has played is far below what Danny Crum feels he needs for Louisville to be at peak efficiency.
55 is sophomore Billy Thompson. The foul was on number 40, Barry Sumter, a 6'11 freshman from Lovejoy, Illinois. Both teams on the limit, but they're only a foul away from going to the one and bonus, both with 6 team fouls. 62-60. Virginia Tech with the ball and the 2-point lead.
Al Young also back in the game. Look for the intensity of Virginia Tech's defense to pick up. Watch your wallet, your watch, your fillings, your hubcaps. They take it all.
And down low goes Perry Young. A direct lead pass leads to a slam dunk and a 4-point lead for Virginia Tech.
I haven't seen a stat on steals in the second half. We had an incredible 17 in the first half.
Great athletes playing the flat-out game, and now Beecher using muscle to rip off the defensive board for Virginia Tech. And here's the fastest player maybe in all of college basketball, Al Young with the ball.
Al Afterburners Young. High jumps, 6'10", 190-pounder, a bullet.
Harry Young on the outside against Billy Thompson, and Young quarterbacks the team. He doesn't like to shoot the ball. He's got to be wide open from 10 feet to put it up, but he does assist the good men underneath.
A very patient Virginia Tech this time, throws it right down the middle. Harry breaks loose, rubbing Sumter, the freshman, showing his inexperience, not thinking it was necessarily a strategic move, just glided across, got the ball right underneath. But when you see that pass made from 25 feet away, there isn't enough pressure on the basketball, because if he can look over the inside of that defense leisurely, they're going to pick you, and that's what happened that time.
And Charles Jones, Bucky, just got his third personal foul of the game and sends Kerry Young to the free throw line. He scored 13 points so far.
Even though he's only 6'8", Jones is a great center, offensively and defensively. But with Sumter in the game now, he's playing forward, and he really has looked out of sorts out there on the wing.
Been dramatic turnabouts in this game. It's been a game of streaks. The lead went back and forth early in the first half, and then Louisville flexed its running muscle, went out in front by 10, and looked like they were going to blow away Virginia Tech. But the Hokies kept hitting down the stretch, and we're down by just 2 at halftime, and now have taken a 5-point lead, has Virginia Tech. But here comes Lancaster Gordon down to the baseline of the floor, and he stepped on the baseline, so the ball's back over to Virginia Tech.
Lancaster Gordon went right to the teeth there. The quickness of Al Young. He saw the speed, tried to post up. One of many turnovers, but they're always errors of commission. No timidity today.
One of the great events in professional golf, the Bob Hope Desert Classic, coming up on NBC Sports immediately following NCAA basketball, as we now have 5:46 left to play. Virginia Tech with a 5-point lead and the basketball. Al Young streaking down court. These teams tremendously well conditioned. They've been running end to end since the outset.
I look for Louisville to try to post Al Young when they go down with his 4 fouls.
Loop lead to the sophomore Bobby Beecher, who is under control at all times, and he hits the bank shot to give Virginia Tech its biggest lead of the game, 67-60.
Wagner taking Young right to the basket. Young punched his ticket, let it go by, but Virginia Tech gave him some weak side help.
Virginia Tech coming into the game with a 9-3 record.
Sumter again gets beat. The pass goes to Beecher. He thought about going to the hoop, saw Charles Jones, pulled up, used glass.
Wagner looks slow. This man-to-man defense, and Virginia Tech's been in it all game long, is shutting off the low pass. Sumter, the freshman, looking at Thompson, doesn't get him the ball. Now a loop to Billy Thompson. He's going to go up, and Thompson doesn't get the roll, and now the rebound off the defensive board is Terry Young. And now they're going to take a breath out of these Hokies and set it up.
Well, there's no shot clock. Either team can pull it out any time. Virginia Tech, though, just doesn't play well at Walsh tempo. I think they feel they have the momentum, and they're just going to keep going.
There's no shot clock and no three-point shot in the Metro Conference. Bobby Beecher's the man they're looking at down low. He's working against a freshman, Barry Sumter, in the lane there, trying to free him up.
They have been picking on Sumter. He's going to be a good one, though, Don. Good athlete.
Lead, Al Young to the basket. 2 points for Virginia Tech. And the Virginia Tech Hokies have stunned this sold-out building, Freedom Hall, as they open up a 9-point lead after trailing late in the first half by 10.
Fatigue is beginning to show because there's not enough pressure on the ball. Well-executed backdoor play.
Denny Crum electing not to go for the timeout. Play on, says Denny, and here comes Billy Thompson. The baseline shut off, and now he's double-teamed. Matt Wagner pulling up. Didn't get the shot, but there is a foul on Virginia Tech on the play. Both these teams young ball clubs, albeit big winners. Virginia Tech had its winningest season ever last year with 3 freshmen and 2 sophomores in the starting lineup. They won 23 games.
One of those wins was over Memphis State, Metro Conference opponent, by 13 when Memphis State was #1. Dana Kirk, the coach of Memphis State, once worked for that man, Denny Crum. 5 years as assistant. There's a lot of similarity in their styles.
Denny Crum in his 13th year after playing and coaching under John Wooden at UCLA, and he's brought the UCLA system here. Great athletes, great conditioning. Louisville pressing end-to-end in addition to running when they have the ball the full game. Wagner with the free throw. It's a 69-61 game, and now we're going to have a break in the action on the floor. 3:46 left to play in the game, and Virginia Tech somehow has found a way to open up an 8-point lead.